While I woke up each night, the at first item I'd see was garbage, recalls Kabiru, whose infancy household floored a waste pile wherever all of Nairobi's waste management was discarded. I utilized to say to my dad how while I increase up, I wish to offer garbage a other opportunity. And how's precisely which he went on to do. A personality-taught carver and artist, Kabiru is crafting optically remarkable artworks of neglected reject he collects of the gateway of the Kenya equity. The gifted painter is top named for his sea stunners, a episode of sight-catching hand glasses. In Kabiru's hands, throw aside bolts, wires, spoons and bottling beautiful profit a new rent of lifetime as urgent parts of capricious trimming of artwork. Undressed of his unique importance, the processed material are converted in steampunk, of a kind creations how surpass conventional forms and problem stereotypes. I don't see garbage as waste management, says Kabiru. I fair see the garbage as a opportunity for creation. Previous struggles the inventive painter's charm in spectacles begun at a really youthful year, within the little couple-bedroom building he share in his parent and 5 siblings. He requested to include a couple of his own glasses, but his spectacles-wearing dad rejected to offer him his or get him any new ones. Behind in the 1960s, Kabiru's dad was beaten by his mom following casually destructive a couple of costly spectacles she'd purchased him. How occurrence remaining in Kabiru's dad, who said his youthful son how if he requested to include glasses, he should do it oneself. Kabiru took his dad's speech to cardiac. Quickly following, he begun crafting his own frames with cutlery, plasticity and some material he could discover in his building. Indifferent in student, Kabiru would remain up at nights to mold and color. At high school, same use his creations to barter transactions in his counterparts. I never did exams, I never did homework assignment, explains Kabiru. I utilized to exchanging, thou'll do my homework assignment, I'll offer you my art, thou'll do my examination, I'll offer you my art, so how's how I kept in high school. Following finish top high school, Kabiru's dad requested him to research electric mechanical engineering, love largest members of his household. Kabiru, yet, had no wish to research. His rebel relation, linked in his failure to stick to any norms, didn't go downward so in his household or society. I grew up creature a bad sample, says Kabiru. Grown-ups utilize to speak his guise, the requirement to job difficult or thou'll be end up love Cyrus. World acceptance out of any supporting of his household, Kabiru took his art and excited of his building to start on his art travel. He leased a workshop wherever, separately of his breathtaking glasses, he begun work on colorful and satiric pictorial, as sculptures, all done of processed material gathered time roaming the gateway of Nairobi. I loving environment, says Kabiru. I go each date, I can't pull through out of walk, he adds. I don't aware how to sit empty. Present, Kabiru's wonderful creations and obligation to the environmental are more making him world acceptance. Same's been guest to say at main events such as the TED 2013 meeting in California and Milan Vogue 1 week, time his job has been displayed in lot shows through the planet. Nearer to household, Kabiru says real are change as so, his persistence and difficult job include now rotated him in a nice sample for youthful in his society. Over the year, Kabiru's dad as well attended his workshop for the at first period and was with amazement by his child's job. He done me really pride, says Kabiru. They are now inside me, so I'm really lucky. Marketing poverty reduction. He's been in difficult travel for the gentle-spoken painter, now in his 20s. He's difficult to be an painter in Kenya, he admits. But Kabiru doesn't wish to live on the struggles of the history or the problems same's now cladding. To lot Kenya and African artists, he says, are concerned in marketing poverty reduction instead of creation. Thou get human beings proverb, I grew up in the Kibera slum, I grew up in the location and the location, by my artwork, says Kabiru. I wish to changing how, not expressive human beings on my problems, the poverty reduction, he adds. I believe he's nice to sail the creation you include made, expressive human beings you include the location so they can go to buy yours job and see yours ideas. Promotion art while same's not crafting irresistible art in his workshop, or cleaning the gateway for material. Kabiru is newcomer village communities in Kenya as portion of his coverage lead, designed at hopeful creation and increase knowledge on environmental issues in his nation. In these areas, he holds workshops and teaches human beings how to build art in the material nearby them in an ecologically amiable path. He says he targets older generations since they are the ones who can include an effect in his communities. If I learn grandmother's thing on deforestation or take thoroughness of environment, he's facilitating for grandmothers to learn his family, he says. And although Kabiru's art is winner more than admirers of all ages both of household and overseas, where's yet one older man who is necessary compelling. My grandma is, up to currently, looking for a nice job for me, says Kabiru. While you trip my grandma, she asks you if you job, he adds. If you say thou work, she'll ask you if you can get an additional job for me.